Most UI can be represented as a hierarchical tree of elements. There are parent elements that contain children controls. Each child control has a corresponding parent control. The document outline window in Visual Studio provides a tree view representation of the UI elements. It works with all the UI designers. I'll show you how it works in a WPF application. To demonstrate this, I've opened the project Use Doc Outline. Then I've opened this main window.xaml file. I've also made sure that the toolbox is visible on the left edge of the screen. To show the document outline window, go to View, Other Windows, and then choose Document Outline. Here's the hierarchical representation of all the elements in this WPF window. I'm going to start by looking at this stack panel here, which contains these three text blocks. I can use the document outline to select these items in the hierarchy. Notice what happens when I select the item in the document outline. It also gets selected in the designer surface. I'm going to use this to modify this stack panel. This stack panel should be over against the left edge of the window. I'll modify the column of the stack panel by setting that to the first column, and then I'll modify the column span number to 3 so I can see the end of the text in the word California. That's better. Let's take a look at these two canvases. I have a yellow canvas and a tan canvas. There they are right here. I would like to be able to lock these elements so they cannot be moved inside the designer. Currently, I can pick these up and move them to new positions. To lock them, you click in this last column. When you click once in this last column, you get a lock icon. The next time you click, it turns off the lock. So I'll lock these two canvases. Now I'll use my mouse to drag over these multiple elements and then attempt to move them. You see that the two ellipses move, but the two canvases do not. The lock applies to the canvas and all of its children. It's important to note that this is a design time feature. It doesn't lock the elements on the runtime version of the application. Let me unlock both of these, and we'll talk about this column with the eye icon in it. This is to make the items hidden or visible. Let me hide the stack panels. I'll click on this stack panel and click on the eye icon, and I'll do the same for this second stack panel. They're no longer visible. Again, this is a design time only feature. It's only hiding it here while you're working in the designer, not when the application is running. Click again to make them visible. Now, how can you use these features? Well, one way I could use them is if I have a deeply nested set of objects like I have over here. There are several canvases here, and they're overlapping each other on purpose so that we have this nice border along the edge. But to select these items when I'm working in the designer is difficult. There's only a few pixels for me to click on. So what I can do is go into these canvases and make some of the canvases not visible. Maybe I want to work with the orange canvas for a while, so I can select it. Click here. Now it's easy to select. And then later when I'm done, I can re-enable those two elements. There's also a hidden combo box on this page. When the user's running the application, they're going to do some action that will reveal some of the UI elements. They're not visible right now because they're covered up by this list box here. But I can't really work with that combo box unless I can see it. So what I can do is drill into this canvas, see this list box, click on the eye icon. Now I can see my combo box and select it. And then when I'm ready to look at the complete UI again, I can click on the eye icon. It's also possible to do things like change the Z index. Notice how the purple ellipse is overlapping the green ellipse. I can pick up this bottom ellipse and drag it to a new position in the document outline, and that changes the Z index. And I can also use this to move controls like this list box. This list box is inside one canvas. I would like to move it to the other canvas, so I'll pick this up and drag it and drop it inside this second canvas. And there it is. It's now parented to another element. Time to sum up what we know about the document outline window. It's not a good tool for layout of your UI, but it is a perfect companion for the other UI designer tools. The lock feature and the hide feature are only available in this window. For that reason, I always open the document outline when I start a design session.